right, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we have February 23rd today. Hopefully everybody's doing what they're supposed to be doing because we're almost 2 months. This Friday will be 2 months. We are into the year with 10 months left to go, which means there's plenty of time to right that ship if you're not doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing. But fortunately today we have somebody who is doing what she's supposed to be doing, Luba Freitag. Luba, welcome to the show. Yes. Are you there? Okay, you got to hit *6 on your phone.
Yes.
There you are.
Good morning, Rick. Thank you so much.
Good morning. How are you?
For having me over. Very good. Very good. Thank you.
Well, good, good, good. Well, tell us a little about yourself, how long you've been doing this wonderful thing called real estate, please.
This thing I was doing for 6 years. I started with Coldwell Banker, and I had no idea what Coldwell Banker even was. I thought it was a bank when I heard first time the word. And yeah, the only real estate company I knew was Remax because I had a Remax office across the street from my office when I was in Wyoming. Very, very far from real estate. Did not know what it will be. And when I joined the office, of course, I thought it will be a desk and I will have the leads coming over and that will be buyers and sellers and I will just be sitting pretty.
That's awesome. And tell them what you did in Wyoming so they get an idea of your background too.
In Wyoming, I was working in a hotel as a front desk, and I was also working for Wyoming.com, that is internet provider. And they're building towers for wireless internet. We had DSL, we had phone service, and I was working with residential and business clients. It was mostly 99% probably inbound calls, and I would just have to take care of the clients. And we had a few events where we would go out, like Rotary Club and some conventions and visiting businesses. So that was outbound.
I gotcha. Good. So you did get a little bit of phone skills from that, but that was mostly inbound, dealing with internet service and so forth. Where being on the phone, and I know that you're primarily a door knocker now, but being, do you think that customer service had helped you at all in your real estate career?
Absolutely, especially when you work for the company that is 2.5 stars, you have to resolve a lot of conflicts. It was very, very, very helpful. Wow.
That's good too, yeah, because real estate is, I mean, we're solving problems every day. And the ultimate problem is people want to buy, people want to sell, which doesn't sound like a problem, but it is. And you have to solve it and help solve it for them, don't you?
Yes, yes.
Cool. All right, so you've been in it 6 years. You started at Coldwell Banker, now you're here at Berkshire Hathaway. Give them an idea of, what you do on a daily basis to secure your business. I think that'd be very helpful to a lot of people.
What I do on a daily basis is a prospect, so that's where the money comes in, and that's the only numbers that right now I'm tracking. And it's very interesting when you track your numbers and see what you're actually making per hour and per contact. So whenever you have someone even hanging up on the phone with you, it's not so painful when you see that you actually made. Right now, my contact payout, every contact I make is $7.72. So it's a cheeseburger.
Wow. There you go. Yeah, cheeseburger. That's funny. That's funny. It's funny you do. Right. Yeah. It's funny you say that because I used to figure out the same thing. And at the end of my career, I was making $83 a contact, but I've been doing it for a long time. There you go. Right. Exactly. Depending on where you go, but yes.
Yes. Lead sources are different. I am not stuck with one lead source, and I started with coaching at Mike Ferry in 2021, and my coach put me on door knocking because she said as a newer agent, it would be easier for you to get in touch with someone face to face instead of trying to set an appointment over the phone where you have a lot of competition with expireds and for sale by owners. So that was my start. I would review 5 homes a day and then door knock around those 5 homes, and I had to report my numbers. And that's how it started. And then calling actually was even before I joined the coaching. I was calling people and I was setting appointments. And I remember the first appointment I set was in March when my license was activated, but I didn't go to that one because I did not have a proven plan, which I said I do. Um, So setting appointments on the phone with expireds for sale by owners and door knocking, then just more sources added up. I have agents from out of state that are giving me business. I have now sphere of influence, my database that I work, and sometimes even yard signs. People calling on the yard sign, and I had a few double-ended transactions on that.
Good. Yeah, you work in them all too. You're doing some just solds, you're doing some expireds, and you've gone through a pretty good run on expireds recently, haven't you?
Yes, last year I spent a lot of hours calling expired, and again, I'm looking at the numbers. I had 29 appointments last year. So 29 appointments
from expireds.
And they were from expired, and 13 total taken, so half.
Right. Good. And I think your ratios are getting even better. Well, I know they're getting better as you get better. And wouldn't you say early on too, you probably went on some appointments, some of those 13 or 14 that you didn't get, probably some of them, today you probably wouldn't even go on because you'd qualify them even more.
Yes, it was a lot of work last year, working weekends, nights, days. Every appointment I would set, of course I would try to pre-qualify, but a lot of them were not really pre-qualified well enough to go to, but I did go. So definitely this year is better. So far I had 2 appointments and 2 taken to 100%. And those were just listed. Just sold.
Okay, cool. Cool. And it's a natural progression, isn't it? You're on the phone or you're door knocking, you get better and better and better. And with you recently too, I'm not recently, I mean, you've been doing it for a while, but you also include it all in your social media, don't you?
Yes, I do treat social media as brand recognition, and a lot of my people that are in social media actually either they're past clients. Some of them are even expired. Some of them came to my open house. Some of them I door knocked, and when they see who I am, what I do, they feel more comfortable. They reach out with questions. Just last Friday, I had someone that was expired listing. We just spoke on the phone. I never met this person, and we got connected on social media. And on Friday he called me. He said, we need help with renting this place out. We cannot sell it yet, but we would like to rent it out. Brand recognition.
Okay, cool. Yeah, definitely brand recognition too. And then it also, your social media, shows your positive attitude. Because I've been working with you for a little while now, and I know you worked with Mike Ferry. I believe you even are involved in John Joseph's coaching as well.
Yes,
so you
right
like
now
to,
I am. Yes.
Yeah, right now you are. And I saw you at the event he had on Friday for Scripts, which I think is great.
Awesome.
I think
yes.
people, a lot of people don't understand the benefit of that, but you've been practicing, you've been rehearsing, you've been role playing, you've been getting better. And this year, I would say with all the work that you've done, you're kind of on a different pace, aren't you?
I came to John and asked him for money, and he said, Luba, do you think I have it? I said, yes. So he is helping me to narrow down my I would say the power that I'm spending every day, because I feel like I'm a shotgun because I put out so much and the result is not there. So we are working right now on making me a sniper.
Right. I love that. I love the analogy, right? Instead of shooting buckshot and thrashing everything, you're just going through. And that's what I was alluding to earlier about your, you probably going there are some appointments when you qualify them you wouldn't go on this year that you probably would have gone on in the past, and that's part of that whole process, isn't it?
Yes, better shooting.
Yeah, much better shooting. She's speaking
Yes.
figuratively, folks. I love it. But so with all this progress, I want to talk about what you do to keep your attitude up, because you're a joy to be around. You're extremely positive all the time, and you've been through some hard times, and you've been making it happen. So how do you stay so positive all the time while you're getting through this challenging, part of the business?
So that would be protecting my mindset, and again, this was working with the coach, and who explained that you're in charge of what's going on in your head, and you're in charge of replacing those bad thoughts with good ones. You're in charge of what you want to think about. It is pretty much like a Boeing airplane that you are in control of. You don't want this to crash, so you keep up the altitude. You check all your numbers, and just treat it like Boeing.
Right. I love it. Yeah, no, you do. It's a numbers game. It's predictable stuff if you're doing it the way you're doing it, right? So it's just, it requires effort every single day. Like you said, you started nights and weekends, and you're still working a lot, aren't you?
Yes, still working a lot, and it's probably that ACDC that I have, that I cannot sit in one spot. I got to go and do something. Yesterday at the open house, and it was so slow. So I just got up and I said to the seller, "I'm sorry, I'm out." I went to the office, did my printouts, and I went to door knock. I couldn't sit there.
Good for you. Well, I'm sure they understood too. But yeah, well, yeah, and it's such a great way to this business it's about doing the right activities, and for somebody like you who's willing to prospect and get out there and mix it up, sometimes sitting at an open house isn't your highest and best use of time.
No, it's I even if you will pick up the phone right now with expireds, I know they're picking up less, and you have to spend more time. But if I would spend 3 hours calling expireds, I'm sure I would get more than one contact than sitting at the open house when no one is showing up.
Yeah.
Just
okay, good.
What
all right.
activity will bring better results. Yes.
Right. Well, and once again, because you're willing, to a lot of agents I coach, getting them to do an open house, knock the neighborhood, invite the neighbors to the open. It's a good proactive activity just to get them into the game. But you're already, you have no problem door knocking expireds, calling expireds, going to visit for sale by owners, which is really good because you don't have the fear, and you probably had the fear at first, but right now you seem to be fearless. You get out there, you'll do it, which feel the fear and do it anyway, right?
Exactly, and it's challenging, and I do love to feel the fear and do it anyway. And I know the quote that I heard is in one of the books is, "Act as if it was impossible to lose. This is a game changer." When you start acting like it was impossible to lose, instead of acting not to lose. You have seen that in the games that you're watching, that Super Bowl game. So it's going to be, or this Olympics, this girl, the skater, Alyssa Liu, that I was just watching on Instagram. Yeah, again, she's in the zone, or in the moment, living in the moment, and the performance is changing when you start acting as if it was impossible to lose. Just not thinking about the outcome, not get attached to the outcome.
Yeah, skiers and skaters, and even summertime Olympic athletes, they visualize. Golfers, even us, we can do it too. I know I used to do it. I used to visualize the perfect listing presentation, because eventually every one of us will have the perfect listing presentation, and then you have that picture in your mind. You can visualize that. You can visualize anything you want in your life, and it doesn't mean it's going to come out exactly that way, but it usually means it's going to come out in a similar way, and sometimes it comes out even better. If you're if you're responsible and visualizing. Which golf I think is a great example. But let's get into this question, Luba. I love to ask this when people are producing like you are. Is your top three things? So what you've learned, if you're going to give somebody advice who's trying to take their business to the next level, what would be the three things you would tell them to focus on?
The three things, just understand that real estate is going to be about communication with people. And the better communicator you are, the more income you will produce. Be open-minded, quit being right, because sometimes you're not right. A lot of the times you are not right. And work on the versatility. When you start understanding people better of where they're coming from and their position, you will be able to understand and help them. And that means you can work with more people than if you would be not able to understand where they're coming from.
Yeah. And I think that goes back to number one. Goes back to number one when you said communication. So give an idea. Communication in real estate, a lot of people think is, you telling the seller, but not really, right? It's like asking deep questions, isn't it?
Asking and listening. Listening is very, very, very important, and it's a skill that takes time to learn. Active listening also. When people see that you are just after your own goal of making money and not really into helping them and listening to what they're trying to say, they don't want to work with you. Again, understanding that everything will come from people, but you have to have integrity to put yourself out there that you are working for them and you're doing this in their best interest. And communication will come with persuasion, because a lot of the times when you work with buyers and sellers, it is the skill of persuasion to show them what would be the best outcome for them. Not manipulating them and getting what you want.
Yeah. Yeah, the days of he's a closer. The day of today it's giving people information so they make the best decision for them, and like you said, and persuade them to get to use you, which is you're never going to persuade somebody to do something they don't want to do. Like, they didn't want to sell and I convinced them to sell. That's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about you find somebody with motivation, they want to do something, and then you persuade them to use you because of your skills and so forth. And let's face it, Luba, the fiduciary responsibility that we have basically defines what you just said, right? Ask a lot of questions, dig deep, find out what their motivation is, and then help them succeed in getting that.
Well, right now with the market change, this is where you use your persuasion skills. Is the prices keep going down, and if you wait, this is what's going to happen. So you do need to use all the data and show them what is really happening,
right?
To help them make the right decision.
Right.
That's after
yeah, and getting them to see.
Yes.
Yeah, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. Okay, so that's communication. Then I think you said open mind. Tell us a little about that.
Open-minded. A lot of the times, I hear from agents, "Oh no, I just do it this way," or "No, I just do it that way," or "I only work this area." It's just you put in limits on yourself instead of opening yourself up and say, "Well, I will go ahead and try it. I'll give it a shot, and see what will happen." Maybe I'm not right. Maybe, I do need to start using social media more, because, I think it was a couple years ago when I completely stopped using it. It's like, no, prospecting is the only way to do it. But no, make it easier.
There's several ways.
Put yourself out there. Again, this is just going to be a brand recognition. People start trusting you more, that they see you out on social media. Do not count on it as a source of your income or lead generation, because you still need to communicate with people, and you need to invest into your skills of
Right.
becoming a better
Yep.
communicator.
Totally agree. And I love that you call it brand recognition, or because that's exactly what it is. And even digital, like our success, I was going to say success series. No, that's what I teach. I'm talking about our VAC, which has, tremendous digital marketing, So you got to go digital, you got to go social, you got to be verbal, you got to be even face to face, right? You got to have a mix of everything.
Oh, yes. Yes.
And I think when you were talking open-minded early on, I think you were starting to describe, the personality styles. Instead of trying to get somebody to do everything the way you do it, you alter your way of being to, match their personality style, right?
Yes, it is very, very hard to adjust your personality style to someone else. It is another skill that I'm working on, and versatility. That's the general how we call it, to adjust your personality style to someone else. So the way I started to work on it even last year is just going to places I would never go, never even think about going, seeing the concerts, the movies,
right.
Just trying something new that you normally would not do. Step out of your comfort zone and see how people that are in that community, what are they doing, how they talk, and see what is their lifestyle. Again, that will help you understand a little bit better.
I think that's great. And I know that John probably talks to you, because I know John covers that a lot in his coaching too, the personality style. So he's probably working on that with you as well.
Yes, but we didn't have anything specific about personality style yet. We had listing presentation, but personality style is or adjusting yourself is.
Yeah. Well, it goes right into the third one you said, versatility, right? That's what versatility is, isn't it?
Yes, versatility. Again, explaining that in a simple way so that a 5-year-old would understand is we have a beach ball with different colors, and you see red side because it is on your side, but you do not see what other person sees, and it is a green side. So stepping outside from your comfort zone and go see what they see.
Yeah. No, it's so true, isn't it? It's when you learn, and I know you role play and practice the scripts. When you learn the pattern of open-ended questions, repeat and approve, ask the next question, it forces you to listen, and it also not only forces you to listen, but it lets them know you're listening by repeating it back to them, which I think a lot of people don't understand how valuable and how powerful that is. Then when you're listening to them answer your questions and you're putting them, into their personality style, so you can communicate with them in their language, right, rather than your language, because it might be different. That's where that versatility training really kicks in.
Yes, I agree. Listening,
cool.
Repeat, approve instead of arguing and proving your point. No, I do it this way. No, this is how it happened for me.
Right, because it's really about them. And you said it earlier too. You said, basically, I'll paraphrase, when they feel it's all about them, they want to use you. When they feel it's all about me, the agent, they don't want to use me, right? I don't think a lot of agents get that.
Yes, well, a lot of people, not just agents, is, a lot of people or some people, they act from lack, or even some agents I have met, they act from the fear. They would not help you. They think that if you become better, then you will take all their listings, all their leads, but it is absolutely not true. So
right.
Another one I would add is act from the mind of abundance instead of lack, because when you help other people to get to where they want to be, it will come to you from a different source. It's not necessarily going to be that person that you helped is going to give you something in return or help you, but it will come from another place.
Right.
And
Absolutely. Great words.
just grudging whatever you have, this knowledge, or you could help them and grudging it and say, no, I will not help this person. If this person is motivated, there is no way you can stop them. Someone else will help them because they will find this help.
Right.
If they're motivated. If they're not motivated, you can give them all the knowledge, they will not take it.
Right. That's so true. Yep. No, it's just like with coaching. I mean, I coach people and I can tell, they're not motivated to do it. They say yes, they don't do it. They don't last in coaching very long. If you're in coaching, you really, I gotta, like yourself, I really gotta hand it to you because you're in there to get better, to be held accountable. Not everybody wants that, but most of the superstars do. All right. Well, hey, anything I didn't ask you that you feel like you want to mention to these lovely people?
No, I think we covered everything.
We did. We covered a lot. All right. Well, thank you very much, Luba. I really want to say thank you very much for taking your time out today. I really enjoy being part of this process with you too, myself, the company. I know you have Amanda on here too today. So you have a good
Awesome.
support staff. Yeah, she's great. We have a great support staff for you. Well, thank you. Yeah, I appreciate that. She does great. And I really appreciate you taking your time out today. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you for all your support. I really, really, really appreciate it.
Well, thank you. Yes. Well, you're a joy to work with. So keep up the great work. We'll keep working together. Everything will go wonderfully. And I know what's next for you. And, you're going to get into that next gear and then that next gear and then that next gear. And then everything in your life is going to change and you're already well into it. So keep rocking it. Pleasure working with you.
Thank you so much, Rick. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Thank you. You too, Luba. Thank you. Bye, everybody.